Hello, good morning, investors and corporate. Welcome to SET Digital Roadshow Year-End 2023 Performance Review. This section will run about 45 minutes, including Q&A. Company will start the section by 30 minutes presentation, followed by 15-minute Q&A. And during Q&A, investors may leave your question in meeting room chat box or use raise your hand function. We will open your microphone so you can ask the question to the company directly. So may I now invite ICHITAN Group Public Company Limited to start the presentation, please. Thank you very much.
Good morning, investors and corporate. I'm Chawaphat Sikasem, Board of Commissioner Indonesia, ICHITAN Indonesia. I'm together with Kun Thanapan, Head of Beverage and Chief of Finance, Kun Apisha. Okay.
Good morning. Swadika.
Swadika, everyone. So let's start. Okay, let's ask to recap you on last year's performance. The agenda will be firstly is financial performance, business outlook, and Indonesia, 3M strategies, and driving business for sustainability. Okay, last year highlight, and the good news for this year. Our revenues, key highlight for our company, revenue from sales, it hit 8,049.9 million baht, growth by about 27% year on year. Gross profits hit at 1,886.7 million, increased by 59.0 year on year, which is about 23.4%. Net profit is about a billion 100.4 million baht, increased by 71.5 year on year, 13.7%. Utilization rate for our factory is about 71% in average. Dividend paid about 1.0 baht per share, with dividend payout of 118.1 baht. Let's see our financial performance, total revenues per SG&A expense. By quarter 4, total revenue is 2,120.5, which is increased about 31.3 year on year and 1.9 Q on Q. SG&A expense is about 7.2%. On the right hand, you can see by quarter and by annuals, which is the total revenue compared with the total revenue is 8,085.0 and 6,714.6. Let's see revenue from sales by quarter 4. Sales revenue is about 2,111.0, which is increased about 30.5 year on year and 1.7 Q on Q. And if you see the combination of our portfolios, it will be combined by the green tea, which contributes 71.3%, and Jen, which is its herbal drink, 12.9%, export 5.7%, OEM 1.4%, and non-tea, which is new categories, well, like 8.7%. And if you see the total picture of our companies, we consume in the contribution from the domestic is about 1.9 billion, and for export is 149.2. If you see the financial performance of our share of profits from our JV, you can see it's dropped a little bit. Actually it's dropped by 4. It's to like 4.6 in last year. This is the financial consolidation. You can see it's like from our total revenue is about For Q4 is about 2 billion 120s, and for FY 2023 is about 8 billion 85.0. For net profit is about one, as I said in earlier, is about like 1 billion 100.4. For the financial performance ratios for GPM in Q4 is about 24.5, increased by 44.6. And for NPM, it's about 14.0, which is increased about 53.0. For ROE, for ROE is about 18.3%, ROA 18.9%, and D ratio is about 0.23. For the production capabilities, for our utilization rates, in average last year is about 71%. For the Q4, in particular, is about like 73%. For business outlook, in Thailand this year, consumer spending in Thailand has returned to be more stable from Thai economy's recovery, health situation, and growth figures. Value for money still lead buying behaviors and open for the new growth opportunities. The sustainability brand with ESG conscious will be considered as first selected brands for consumer choice. The strength and opportunities, apart from quality come first policy of ICHITAN, the biggest mass volume in productions and product penetration, have strengthened ICHITAN to be best serve every consumer segment at any time, everywhere in Thailand. For this year, visionary of Thailand will become ASEAN gateway to welcome international visitors, which would be boost up the consumption in both local and regional tourist attractions. For El Niño, again, we still forecast that it will remain as last year, which on the upside is open for the opportunity for our beverage. Obstacle which we have to keep an eye on is the oil price and sugar price are two key factors that we have to well manage on this. If you look at the total picture of beverage categories, you can see that 18% growth from ready to drink tea, leading by our category RTD. This is the most the fast growing categories, which continuously growth like this for the last 3 years. Compared to others category, you can see that we are the mainly brands that build the consumption in the categories. If you look at the growth by scan into last year, the total sales of this RTD category is about 16,297 baht. Meaning that you can see on the green graph on the right hand comparing to last year is increasing significantly from last year in both value and volume by the percentage. At least it's 15%, 20%, 17%. For corporate objective in this year, okay, like we're talking about last year performance already, we increased significantly in both revenue, profits, and ROA, ROE is in a very good shape. ICHITAN corporate objective for this year, sales revenue target we aim to achieve at 9,000 million baht, with GPM at least 23% and net profit at 13.5%. Utilization rate we aim to achieve 80%. Comparing to this year is about 71%. Meaning that this will help we grow and achieve in our sales revenue target. As I mentioned, it's the condition to consider effective cost management. We totally manage our company by lean operation to make sure that our COG and SG&A will be under control. And also we hope for goods to elevate our company in 3 new strategies, which is non-T categories, new market, new country, and new business. This is 4 key corporate strategy that will drive the growth to achieve 9 billions and 80% utilization rates. For marketing, as you know that the contribution of our portfolios comes from ICHITAN Green Tea. So how could we activate the demand in the market? How could we reach to the market? So the objective first one is to be top of mind brands. We doing everything to make sure that when people thirst, when people think about drinking, they have to think of ICHITAN Green Tea. And Generation Z is the main focus, which is the main influencer of the total market currently. However, to emphasize on ESG would be the consideration point, as I mentioned, that it would be the key marketing objective to activate the demand in Thai market, especially for our brands. For business outlook, marketing strategies, as I mentioned, how to become the first top of mind brand for both ICHITAN Green Tea and Yen Yen, which is the two key contribution of our revenues. You can see is that we focusing on make sure that we will use the influencer who's blast and mass enough to cover our coverage, which is the TV program, news programs that everyone in Thailand has to listen to him. So we book annually with these programs, and also we also working with the influencers down there with Yen Yen to make sure that these two got the best awareness and coverage throughout the countries. And also in urbans, we introducing the new innovations of our products to make sure that Gen Z knowing that they have the new innovation and will be the leader in the categories to activate this kind of innovations. For the second point, how to bring the Gen Z. Gen Z, as you know that right now Gen Z is the main key of the social chamber. So TikTok gamer series wide would be the segment that we will deep dive into, activate them and make them familiar with us. We are their best friend. Every time they stand still, they play, they serve, they enjoy entertaining. So we are with them. That's the second strategies. The third strategy for Yen Yen, which is the second brand of us, the main key brands. We working with the key influencers in Thailand. Let me put it this way. We are the first one who work with the most number of the online influencers who make sure that they drink our brand, they enjoy our brand, they engage with our brands. We have the carnival of YouTuber. It's a national campaign to make sure that every influencer in Thailand drink Yen Yen. So for the strategy 1 and strategy 2 is will be very clear that we will activate to the right target, right segment, and mass enough to penetrate our product awareness into the total countries. Thirdly, as I mentioned, ESG is the main strategy is to drive the first considerations as a trendsetter in the market. We introducing 100% recycled bottles for the innovation SKU to talk about the visions that we are the first one who lead the game. For Indonesia, as you have seen that, let me put it this way. The target for this year, 2024, it's increased by 14% by target setting, which is about 1.8 billion. 1.8 billion. And by the case, it increased from again 14% by 6,000 million cases. You can see is on the right hand, the GT contribution, which is traditional trades. In Indonesia, they call it GT. It contribute about 57%, and MT will be about 43%. ICHITAN Indonesia plan to achieve 6 million current sales by this year, representing 14.2 increase compared to last year achievements, which about 5.3 million cartons, but this year is aim to hit at 6 million cartons. In terms of value, 1.829 billion is the main target to achieve, which actually is by the first quarter is got a very green sign to make sure that they will be able to achieve by that plan. There's a tendency to have a very good news from Indonesia this year. Let's zoom in the strategy why they can be bad at best. The first strategies of them, we review the total portfolios. We cut for some SKU. We introduce the new SKU to increase BUMO, to make sure that people buy and people drink and people choose us. We strengthen our existing portfolio by multi-categories. We know that which categories that are in trend, we introduce it by our brand reputation, which is quite premium in Indonesian people. Secondly, is digital below the line trade marketing will be work synchronously together to make sure that our awareness has lead to trial and buy. In total look of our image, you can see ICHITAN one brand strategies will make Indonesian people knowing that this is a premium product from Thailand, and Thailand is the best quality perceptions in Indonesia market. That's the key strategy for Indonesia. If you scan into trade, the penetration of locations, as I mentioned, GT is the main contributions. We dive deep down into the distribution. We expand penetrate for focus split area from Sumatra 1, Sumatra to Java and Java, Tengah. So we focusing by location, and we extend the new sales area into Penajam, Batu, Lombok, and Sintang and Phak. So this is the all penetration that we go depth and breadth in terms of the sales trade strategies. However, not only that, as I mentioned, the chocolate series and Thai milk coffee salted caramel, the trendy things we will be launched this year to introduce our new portfolio to make sure that we are in every category that they would prefer to consume against the competitors. For 3N strategy, the first N, new product. This year, everyone knows that the energy drink is one of the biggest categories in non-alcohol. However, for this year is the times that we ready to launch Tan Power, the first energy drink 10 baht by ICHITAN. We know that 10 baht is the key contribution of our portfolio, and we know that this is our strength to penetrate this product into the traditional trades. Our strategy is to conquer the traditional trade first before coming into cloud. So that's why we aim for the target at 300 million baht. We aim to launch by the end of this month. The second end, new market, export, CLMV, as you know, that is a key contribution of our export. We go deep dive again into not only trade marketing, rural marketing, branding marketing. We trying to differentiate our brand reputation against other brands in each market, which is Cambodia and Laos, Myanmar and Vietnam. That will be the market that we will expand into. So you can see the export territories. We go deep down to make sure that for the seller, they can sell and they sell at the best price by their best margins. And also the product under our portfolio currently is got some order from South Korea and Maldives already. That's the new market. For OEMs, as everyone knows that we do some OEM, but we do OEM for the big account, for the big client, big partner only. So our contributions for OEM is quite significantly growth from last year, which actually we aim for this year about like 130 million baht. And we are the ones that we could say like we are one-stop service solution. They come and they go with our suggestion how to activate the market, how to grow the brands. So this is our key strategic partner, IF. If we produce coconut water for them. Yeah, for the last part, it's all about environmental, social, and governance. We do run projects, renewable energy, carbon neutral water recycling. We're looking after human development training, human rights, health, and CSR management, together with optimize risks and exploit opportunities. All these we covers to make sure that we run business with the growth under sustainability visions.
Okay, the session has come to an end. So on behalf of the Stock Exchange of Thailand, I would like to thank you investors and corporate for joining the conference. We look forward to welcome you all again in the next quarter. Thank you very much and have a good day. ขอบคุณท่านผู้บริหารค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ
Thank you.